But it's Friday. A lot of times, the week goes by and you're so engrossed in what you're doing, whether you're helping other people, which we hope that most people are doing that, always paying it forward with kindness. But also just, the busyness of your own day, of what you're doing and what you're accomplishing. This was a big week for many people with school starting. A lot of families have started homeschooling, so that's a whole big project in itself. Everyone's kind of gearing up towards fall already, if you can believe that. It's a big weekend. This is what is it? Labor Day. Labor Day weekend. I always get Memorial and Labor Day kind of confused, but I don't think I'm the only one. But good morning, everyone. This is Carol, aka Naughty Boss, live with
TwoSistas, and good morning, everyone. A happy fantabulous Friday. This is Janice, aka Wellness Diva 5.0, filled with a lot of love, overwhelm, emotion, and gratitude in my heart, and throw jabs, not shade. Kind of, it's a very cool fall-like morning in North Haven, and it's amazing how I always find it amazing how you go from 90+ degree weather just to boom 54 degrees in the morning. It's like a shockwave goes through your body. So when we just got through with the remnants of the storm, I hope everybody has that lost power has their power back, that if you had any damage, that you're in the cleanup mode. And obviously a lot of kooky things in Connecticut yesterday, and our heart and prayers with the trooper who Connecticut State Trooper who lost his life being swept away by the floods in his patrol car. So our heart and prayers go out to the troopers and obviously his family and friends. And then of course the plane crash, which our 69-year-old sister actually sent me a text on that. I didn't even know about it. And I'm saying that because I messed up her age the other day. It was her birthday. I said, oh, she's 70 years old. And no, she's turned 69.
But don't forget, she is on her 70th year. She's already started it. The moment you hit that age, you start the next year. So 69 was kind of like in the past. So she's on her 70th year. So that's what I thought was kind of the chuckle of the whole thing. But
right, exactly. And unfortunately, in that plane crash, the 4 people on board were killed. And from what I understand, 2 that were in the building were injured. So hearts and prayers to their families and friends. But let's talk about the upcoming weekend and what is happening. So much goodness is happening, right? That guy right there, amazing. As some of you may have seen, I posted Ryan's GoFundMe page that his friend Amy set up for him, and just thank you. I don't know, sometimes thank you doesn't seem adequate enough, but I thank you all from the bottom of my heart. The continued prayers, the well wishes, and of course, all the people who so graciously and generously donated. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. So let's talk about what's shrimply going on in your world.
Well, we at Pickle U, we frequently have different type of events that are coming up, whether it's a cookout, with the holiday, a lot of theme parties or whatnot. So we are endeavoring on a shrimp fest this weekend, which will actually be tomorrow. And we are doing the prep work today. We have a gentleman that has a connection with a shrimp farm. And there's actually an apparatus, which I did not realize, that actually deveins them and takes the head off and all that happy jazz. So we are going to be doing that. There's, I think, 40 pounds of shrimp that we are deveining, and also doing the prep work for the actual different recipes that we're making. And moi is in charge of all of that. So yesterday I was doing, the different shopping. It's a kind of cool when you find different great recipes, regardless of the recipe, and how easily it is to, click on, okay, we're doing it for, 20 people, 30 people. But I put in the number of 90 because we usually get around 100 people coming to these events. And the Shrimp Fest is more of a tasting. So we're introducing, I believe it's 3 or 4 different recipes. And then the nice thing about that is the rest of the membership will bring, a dish to share, whether it goes with that theme or a dessert, whatnot. So it is an effort and a group, but when you're shopping for bulk like that and trying to make sure you get your math right, and then, keep continually going on. And at the same time, as we've been discussing, kind of doing this vegan, vegetarian type diet, was also searching for, because we do have a lot of vegetarians within our membership. So I'm trying to do more of a veggie version of that, in the sense that's actually more vegan than veggie, because vegetarians can eat shrimp. But, so kind of changing it up a little bit. But I did find some great different vegan types of cheeses, which I thought was great. So I started looking into all those different types of things that you wouldn't normally buy. So that was interesting, trying to locate in different grocery stores where the vegan section is or vegetarian section. The gluten is always easy to find. And some things within the gluten department do have a few of those items, but for the most part, you're on the hunt. So it was one of those great days. But yeah, we're excited about that. We also have a little cloud going on right now, but it looks like the sun's trying to pop up, and we are going to get some much needed pickleball on, which I'm excited about that, because I didn't get a chance to play yesterday. It was filled with appointments and whatnot. But, on Fantabulous Friday, I always like to kind of reflect about the different themes that we have, and did we meet our goals for our clients, our customers, with the different themes that we use. So as frequently, those of you are first listening to our podcast, Monday is Monday Mindset, Tuesday is Triumph Tuesday, Wednesday, Wellness Wednesday, Thursday is Trending Thursday, and today is Fantabulous Friday. It's a day of celebration to really celebrate you, your accomplishments. How did you fare throughout the whole week with so many different dynamics that are kind of catapulting through your brain or your heart strings, or just your daily activities? And it is an effort to stay on point, but at the same time, you could be so full of confidence and concentration on really completing your tasks all week long, whatever they may be, checking off those check marks. But there's always some point without the week that you're derailed. That's human nature. We're all human. Humans make errors, whether we're sidetracked with something emotional, whether we're sidetracked with we didn't eat the right thing, whether we didn't get our workout in, whether we started a project and didn't quite finish it. Those are no reasons to not celebrate you. So we're going to give you the reasons why to celebrate. Even the check marks that may have started as a check, but the mark didn't quite go up, because we all do that. We all get sidetracked, right? Do not let that be a deterrent or something weighing on your heart or your shoulders as you're going into the weekend and or celebration of your celebrating Fantabulous Friday. Find the good things that you did. Look at the smaller things that you accomplished. But don't forget to table those things that really meant something to you, but for whatever reason you got derailed. You put them on for next week. And also, don't go into the weekend with that sabotage mindset. So many people do it subconsciously and they don't realize, oh, I didn't accomplish all my goals this week. Poor pity me. I could have done that. I did this. I got sidetracked mentally. And instead of doing some journaling, maybe going for that long walk, I sat on the couch and I ate ding dongs or whatever that your favorite yummy treat is. I don't even know if they make ding dongs anymore. That's just one of the things that came to mind, which is kind of funny. Be kind to yourself. That's part of celebrating yourself. It's also letting yourself know that it's okay that you didn't have maybe a good week. Find the things that you are excited about. Maybe it was something small that you didn't equate it on your list as a huge accomplishment, but it may have been a small accomplishment. That's okay. Maybe this was the week that every day you made your bed. Maybe you got caught up on your laundry. Maybe you tackled that designated space in your home for homeschooling, which which is a huge undertaking for a lot of families. So whatever that may be, or maybe you just decided, you know what, we're, entering into that fall, we're getting ready, you can feel it, the change of season, as human beings, we go through our own seasons of change. So maybe you're kind of like in between that change and not feeling quite there. And that's okay. Celebrate something. Everyone, no matter what it is, and even if it's minuscule, celebrate it. Pat yourself on the back. Let you know yourself that you did good and you did the best that you could. Yeah, you got to try harder, but you still did the best you could. What do you think, Jan?
Absolutely. And one thing that I accomplished yesterday, which I set out to do, and I was really happy, and there's a funny side story to it. Poppy's refrigerator was loaded with produce from the garden. We got through all the tomatoes, and my little chore yesterday was to wash, cut up all the peppers and all that kind of stuff. We had, yellow squash, we had zucchini. So I did that, but I kind of collectively picked it up together and brought everything over here in a couple of trips. So I'm cutting, I'm washing, cleaning out, chopping, you name it, I was doing it. And then all of a sudden, my hands started to burn. So in those peppers, which I did not realize, or the hot peppers, and then the poblano, and I'm pronouncing that incorrectly. And I'm like, oh my God. So thankfully I was toward the end because my hands were burning. That oil seeps into your skin and it burns. And I was trying to, get dinner together, do this, and my hands are burning. Anyways, a quick resolve to that is hydrogen peroxide, and you have to let it sit on your hands, and you just kind of you're lathering your hands with hydrogen peroxide, and then it takes a few minutes after that. So Gary came home and I said, okay, next time we do the produce thing, you have to put the hot peppers in a separate one, because when they're all together, you don't typically notice them. So I accomplished my task for the day with burning hands, feeling much better, obviously, but whoo, I don't know.
That's a huge accomplishment because, yeah, hotness.
Yeah, I don't know if anybody's ever been through that, but it is not a pleasant experience.
I'm curious, with those kind of peppers, I'm assuming then the people would wear gloves in any kind of preparation. So if they're that hot to the touch for just cleaning, can you imagine what they are inside your gut?
Well, here's the funny thing. When that first happened, it was in the meal kit, and I didn't realize that. Right. Then looked it up, and I'm like, oh, just so anytime when it came in a meal kit, I immediately put the gloves on, and I was fine. Now I can eat them, a little bit of them within something that's cooked. They have to be cooked, but if I raw, forget about it. Because I did try just a little bit.
They're the little ones, correct?
They can be bigger though.
Oh, okay.
I would go show you one, but
I would be
touching that freaking thing.
I don't blame you. I don't. Well, see, there you go, folks. There is something to celebrate. Now, would that be something that was on her check mark? Partly so, because she was obviously Jan was cleaning vegetables, chopping, whatever, but she got derailed. She got through that. And in itself is an accomplishment that she completed a task, even while being derailed with some hot hands. So
hot hands.
Again, some would say, well, why would you celebrate that? Because you completed a task. And those are what we're saying. That's the message that we are trying to get to all of you, to our listeners and our viewers, that anything small is still worthy of a celebration, or worthy, I did it, I completed. And that counteracts maybe the pieces of your week that you really were maybe a little bit bigger, a little bit broader, that you just couldn't get accomplished. We never want to leave ourselves feeling less than. You always want to make sure, because when you're feeling less than, that again reflects not only to yourself, but to anyone you come in contact with. And we are all about paying it forward with kindness and positivity. And that's how we want to leave you with Fantabulous Friday, don't you think, Jan?
Yep, Fantabulous Friday. Excuse me, always. I'm gonna put myself on mute for a second.
That's all right. You catch your breath. And, that's the point. You want to go into that weekend feeling good about whatever you did accomplish. Don't forget the things that you didn't. Put them on towards next week or put them on a new list. Nothing wrong with that. It's when you stop trying, you get that kind of defeatist attitude. We don't want you to having that. We want you to celebrate any little thing that makes you feel like you did well, because you did. You just sometimes you got a little look hard, but you did. And don't underestimate the goodness that you are. And with that, we are going to go close this out on this Fantabulous Friday. Pat yourself on the back, celebrate, give yourself a shout out. Go into this weekend. It's a long weekend. Remember what the weekend is about. And also, enjoy your family, enjoy your friends, surround yourself with positive people, like-minded people that, you can have differences of opinion, but you still have that mutual respect. And with that, this is Carol Sue, AKA Naughty Boss, going to get some pickleball on and get my Fantabulous Friday on with Two
Sisters, this is Janice, AKA Wellness Diva 5.0. Have a great weekend, a great Friday, obviously. Happy Labor Day. And yes, we will see you on Monday, 8 a.m. for Mindset Monday. And we have a great guest coming up next week on Wednesday. So over and out, and we'll see you Monday. Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.